Google DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis on AI in healthcare, doctors versus nurses. The conversation about artificial intelligence, AI, isn't just about technology. It's about the fate of millions of jobs, a potential shake-up that's causing anxiety and debate around the world. Imagine a future where AI not only assists, but sometimes outperforms humans in tasks we always considered uniquely ours. But here's where it gets controversial. Could AI actually replace doctors, but not nurses? This is the headline insight shared by Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google DeepMind, and it's setting off intense discussions across the healthcare and tech industries. AI is no longer simply the stuff of science fiction. Today, machine learning systems and advanced algorithms are infiltrating almost every sector, speeding up processes and making decisions once only within human reach. Automation is transforming job landscapes, and this raises a crucial question everyone's asking. Are our jobs safe? Prominent leaders are sounding the alarm. Amazon's Andy Jassy acknowledges that robotics and automation will inevitably make some positions redundant, while Nvidia's Jensen Huang boldly claims everybody's jobs will be affected, even as he maintains that new opportunities will also arise. Focusing on healthcare, Demis Hassabis provides a provocative distinction. AI systems are growing incredibly adept at handling the analytical side of medicine, such as quickly processing lab results, interpreting medical images, and offering precise diagnostic suggestions. These abilities could potentially match or even surpass what human doctors do today in diagnosis and treatment planning. Think of powerful AI reviewing a series of X-rays in seconds, or cross-referencing medical histories for rare disease patterns, a task that would take doctors much longer. But, and this is the part most people miss, roles demanding emotional intelligence and human connection, such as nursing, remain far beyond AI's grasp. Nurses aren't just administering medicine. They're comforting frightened patients, communicating with families, and noticing subtle cues about a person's well-being that a machine could easily overlook. Could a robot ease the anxiety of a child before surgery the way a skilled nurse can? Most would argue not. As we look to the future, Hassabis envisions a workplace where humans and AI work hand in hand. Imagine AI handling repetitive data-heavy tasks while people focus on what truly requires creativity, leadership, and empathy. But here's the key point. Without comprehensive efforts to retrain and support workers, many could find themselves struggling to adapt. Governments and industries must take action now, investing in upskilling programs to help employees transition into these new AI-augmented roles. The warnings don't stop with Hassabis. Andy Jassy, leading Amazon, a company already leveraging AI in logistics and supply chains, predicts that machines will cut out many operational jobs. However, he stresses that the future won't necessarily mean fewer opportunities overall, but different ones, especially for those ready to learn new skills. Sound familiar? Jensen Huang, whose company Nvidia provides the hardware powering cutting-edge AI, acknowledges some positions will disappear, but believes the gains in efficiency and the birth of entirely new professions will offset these changes. His optimistic take? Economic growth fueled by AI will ultimately lift society, assuming we prepare accordingly. Adding another layer of complexity, Hassabis argues AI isn't just a threat, but a tool for progress. Past technological revolutions came with upheaval, but also gave rise to new industries. Consider how the invention of computers transformed entire sectors. History suggests that while change is disruptive, it also brings new possibilities for those who adapt. Why should this time be different? Here's what everyone's debating. Will AI ever fully replace doctors? While AI may soon excel at data analysis and some types of diagnosis, complex decisions involving judgment, context, and patient interaction will likely remain the domain of human physicians for years to come. Why can't AI replace nurses? Because caregiving involves not just tasks, but connection, emotional support, attentive listening, and hands-on care that machines can't yet replicate. What's ahead for workers? Jobs will be redefined. We'll see growing demand for people who can harness AI, solve novel problems, and bring a uniquely human touch to their work. But let's stir the pot. Are we underestimating what AI could achieve in the next decade? With rapid advances in robotics and natural language understanding, could a future AI ever cross the line into authentic empathy and care? Or will there always be roles only humans should fill? Agree, disagree, or have a different take? Share your thoughts in the comments. This debate is only getting started. Demis Hassabis on AI revolution. 10 times bigger, faster than industrial revolution. Future of AGI. Imagine a world where the next great revolution is not just 10 times bigger than the industrial revolution, but perhaps 10 times faster. This is the vision of Demis Hassabis, a man who stands at the forefront of artificial intelligence, AI, and whose influence is reshaping our future. Demis Hassabis, at 49, is a far cry from the stereotypical image of a Nobel laureate. With a mixed heritage, his father is Greek Cypriot and his mother Chinese Singaporean, and a state education, Hassabis stood out among the predominantly grey-haired crowd at the Nobel Prize ceremony in Sweden. Despite the surreal experience, he admits, "I'm really bad at enjoying the moment. I've won prizes in the past, and I'm always thinking, what's the next thing? But this one was really special. It's something you dream about as a kid." For Hassabis, dreaming big started early. A chess prodigy at the age of 4, he quickly became recognized as an exceptional talent. Today, as the head of Google DeepMind, Hassabis is not just a leader in the field of AI, but a key figure in what promises to be the most transformative technological revolution of our time. Hassabis' role is complex. He is both an advocate for the potential benefits of AI and a defender against its critics. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry awarded for DeepMind's AlphaFold database, which successfully predicted the intricate structures of proteins, underscores the positive impact AI can have. This breakthrough could lead to significant medical advancements. However, the growing concerns about the AI future that companies like Google are shaping cannot be ignored. If I had my way, we would have left it in the lab for longer and done more things like AlphaFold. Maybe cured cancer or something like that, Hassabis reflects. But it is what it is, and there are benefits to it. It's great that everyone gets to play around with the latest AI and feel for themselves what it's like. That's useful for society, actually, to normalize it and adapt to it, and for governments to discuss it. In person, Hassabis exudes a blend of down-to-earth approachability and polished professionalism. Dressed in all black, with 2 watches, one a smartwatch and the other an analog dress watch, he gives the impression of someone always on the go. We spoke in his office at DeepMind's London headquarters, surrounded by signed chessboards from legends like Garry Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, and Judith Polgar. Chess, he explains, has been instrumental in shaping his strategic thinking and ability to handle pressure. Hassabis' background is a mix of artistic and technical influences. His father, now retired, composed a musical play staged in North London, and his sister is a composer. Growing up, Hassabis was homeschooled for a few years and attended various state schools in North London. He was an outsider at school, but had clear aspirations. His childhood heroes were scientific pioneers like Alan Turing and Richard Feynman. He spent his chess winnings on early home computers, learning to code and creating games. In the 1990s, the games industry was already experimenting with AI. At 17, Hassabis coded the hit game Theme Park, which featured AI-driven reactions to player actions. After earning degrees in computer science and neuroscience, he co-founded DeepMind in 2010 with Shane Legg and Mustafa Suleyman. Their mission was simple: solve intelligence and then use it to solve everything else. DeepMind quickly gained attention from Silicon Valley. In 2014, they demonstrated an AI that mastered Atari video games without prior knowledge, catching the eye of tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Elon Musk. Hassabis met Musk in 2012, and during a lunch at SpaceX, he pointed out a critical flaw in Musk's plan to colonize Mars as a backup planet. What if AI was the thing that went wrong? Then being on Mars wouldn't help you, because if we got there, it would be easy for an AI to get there too. Musk, taken aback, sat in silence, contemplating the implications. Musk and Peter Thiel, an early investor, eventually became investors in DeepMind. In 2014, Google acquired the company for £400 million, with Musk and Thiel shifting their support to OpenAI. Hassabis chose Google for its alignment with his vision and the company's mission to organize the world's information. DeepMind's achievements include defeating a world champion in the complex game of Go and solving the structures of over 200 million proteins with AlphaFold. However, the AI landscape changed dramatically in 2022 with the release of OpenAI's ChatGPT, which captivated the public with its versatility. They really went for scaling, almost in a bet the house sort of way, which is impressive, and maybe you have to do that as a startup. Hassabis notes, "We all had systems that were very similar, but we could see the flaws, like it would sometimes hallucinate. No one fully understood the amazing use cases, and people found a lot of value in them. Now the race is on. DeepMind has become the engine room of Google, integrating AI into various aspects of the company, from search summaries to smart assistants and image generators. Competitors like Meta, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft are also investing heavily in AI, poaching talent and pushing the boundaries. Hassabis sees this competition as a healthy part of the ecosystem. The ultimate goal is AGI, artificial general intelligence, that matches human cognitive capabilities. It may be a gradual process, but we could have something that we reasonably call AGI within the next 5 to 10 years, Hassabis predicts. This transition to a post-AGI world could be seismic, with some viewing it as apocalyptic and others, like Hassabis, as utopian. Assuming we steward it safely and responsibly, we should be in a world of radical abundance, Hassabis envisions. He imagines medical breakthroughs, room temperature superconductors, and advances in materials and mathematics, leading to unprecedented productivity and prosperity. However, he acknowledges the challenges, such as ensuring fair distribution and addressing ethical concerns. One major issue is the environmental impact of AI, particularly the vast amounts of energy and water required by data centers. The energy required is significant, but the benefits, especially for climate solutions, will far outweigh the costs, Hassabis argues. Another concern is the potential for mass unemployment. If we achieve radical abundance and distribute it well, we need to rethink what purpose and meaning mean in a world where we don't have to work, he reflects. For Hassabis, the future is about embracing new technologies and adapting. It's like the era when home computers were becoming mainstream. It's going to be bigger, and you have to be a ninja at using these tools to thrive, he advises. Even non-experts will find roles in a world that values philosophy, economics, and the arts more than ever. Despite his busy schedule, Hassabis finds time for his family, hobbies, and sports. He plays chess and poker competitively and is a Liverpool FC season ticket holder. I don't have much time that isn't work, but spending time with my kids playing games is some of my most fun times, he shares. Looking ahead, Hassabis remains cautiously optimistic. If we're given the time, I believe in human ingenuity. we'll get this right. Humans are infinitely adaptable, and this change, though massive, will hopefully be for the better. The Industrial Revolution was disruptive, but it ultimately led to progress. Hassabis believes the AI revolution will be even more transformative. And we must prepare for it. AI in healthcare. Will AI replace doctors or nurses? Google DeepMind CEO weighs in. Imagine a future where an algorithm tells you whether you're sick or healthy. Could that really happen? That question lies at the heart of a new claim by Google DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis. AI might one day replace doctors in data-driven tasks. But here's where it gets controversial. It will never replace nurses. AI's superpower is its ability to chew through mountains of medical information. Everything from MRI scans and blood test results to decades worth of patient records in a fraction of the time it takes a human. Think of AI tools that can spot subtle anomalies in X-rays or suggest treatment plans based on trillions of data points, often more accurately than any single practitioner could manage. Over the past few years, waves of layoffs in technology and finance have people asking if the healthcare industry is next. Demis Hassabis offers a surprising twist. Yes, machines can handle doctors' analytical work, but no, they can't take over nursing. And this is the part most people miss, the human element. But here's where it gets controversial. Hassabis argues that while AI can diagnose pneumonia or recommend a medication cocktail, it cannot cradle the hand of a frightened patient or read the unspoken fears in someone's eyes. Nursing demands emotional intelligence, physical presence, and genuine empathy, qualities that so far defy lines of code. Picture a robotic nurse programmed to deliver IV drips with perfect precision. Efficient? Absolutely. But would you want a machine to reassure you during a sleepless night, to share a laugh when you're frightened, or to sense your pain before you even speak? Those moments define caregiving, and Hassabis insists they remain firmly in human hands, unless there's a major breakthrough in artificial emotions. Looking ahead, Hassabis paints a cooperative vision. AI and medical professionals working side by side. Machines tackle repetitive, data-intensive chores, chart reviews, image analysis, drug interaction checks, freeing doctors and nurses to focus on creative problem-solving, complex decision-making, and the deeply human connections at the bedside. Of course, this on-the-job makeover won't happen overnight. Hassabis warns that organizations must invest proactively in reskilling programs so that today's workforce can learn to wield AI tools rather than fear them. Doctors and nurses will need training in data interpretation, AI oversight, and ethical decision-making to thrive in an AI-augmented world. Here's a provocative thought to leave you with. If we accept AI as the ultimate diagnostician, are we undervaluing decades of medical training and clinical wisdom? And if robots ever learn to mimic empathy, who will decide which tasks remain human only? Share your thoughts. Do you agree with Hassabis that doctors might be replaceable, but nurses are irreplaceable? Or do you see a future where even the most human elements of care can be coded? Let the debate begin.